I know, right? If I had, like, okay, here's the thing. Like, you go in and you say your line, and especially with a character like Lon Fon, like, it's so intense. And there was the scene, and were y'all at opening ceremonies? Raise your hand if you were. Right? So the scene at opening ceremonies where, like, he has me over his shoulder, and he's, like, running with me, and I'm dying, basically. And I'm like, just leave me. Go on. I love you that much. I love our people that much. Like, that scene was so intense and so heart-wrenching for me, like, physically, just to be, like, to imagine being mortally wounded and then thrown over somebody's shoulder, so your diaphragm is totally kicked in, so you can't really talk that much, you know? And, like, being, like, shaken because he's running, and, like, being terrified because you're dying, and then being terrified because it might kill the man you love and ruin the hope for your people, and the whole purpose of your life is now gone. And, like, it was so much. Like, most of those scenes with Lon Fon was so emotionally wrenching that, like, right after I got out of the booth, I was either exhausted or crying. Like, I just couldn't do it anymore. So, I don't remember many of the lines, and not because I don't want to, just because it was a lot. Oh, you do?
It's when she's all serious.
Hang on.
It's when she's all serious after Ling and Ed first meet, and she just kind of pops up in the window. Don't you dare insult Master Ling like that, you small little man. Something like that. Sorry, that's the closest I can remember.
Okay. Okay. Don't you dare insult Master Ling like that.
Yeah. You small or something like that. Machine faulty.
Don't you dare insult Master Ling like that, you little man! Is that okay? That wasn't that much. See, that was easy. Like, just write it down. I'll totally do it. Other questions? Questions? Wow, lots of hands now. Hang on, kittens. Going this way. Tall shoes, but I'll be back there.
What projects are you currently working on?
Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to talk about projects I'm currently working on because I'm under contract, and Funimation will totally school me. However, apparently, because it was leaked, I can talk about Heaven's Lost Property. Anybody? It's a total panty show, and it's hilarious. I play this girl called Sahara. She's adorable, and I'm in love with her. But outside of that, I can't talk about anything I'm working on, unfortunately. However, Baka and Tess just came out. I'm in that one. I'm this little green-haired girl. She's adorable. Also, what else just came out? Ava came out. I feel like other stuff is coming out, but I'm not sure what I can talk about on her. Brotherhood Part 3, I know nothing about that. Let's move on.
What steps do you take to get into the character in the scene? Like, what steps do you take to get into the whole emotion within the scene?
That's a really good question. What's your name again?
My name is Trina.
Nice to meet you. I'm Trina. So, if I'm going to do a scene, right, any scene, I'm totally geeking out right now, but I'm well known at the Funimation studio for being the girl with sunglasses and a giant iced tea and a bottle of water. And, like, when I go into a studio, like, I prefer not to talk to a lot of people because, you know, at Funimation we all know each other, we all kick it or whatever. Well, not all of us, but most of us. And when I go into the studio, I prefer to turn off the lights, which is kind of weird. But it singles everything else out so that all you see is the Japanese animation and the dialogue. And, like, you can kind of see the director and engineer out of your peripheral in the window, but all in all, you just see the scene. And so, like for Ava, right? The opening scene from Evangelion is the character Mari, which I play, whom I play. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry, grammatical error. But for that one, that was in the scene. She has this helmet on, and none of the other kids ever wear helmets. But in that one scene, she does, and so she has this helmet on, and her shoulders are slumped, and her body is like really tensed up, and she mentions about how, or she talks about how she's been training for this for a long time, and she's really excited about it. And so you just have to think of yourself as this little girl who's 14 with this helmet on and this massive weight on her shoulders about saving headquarters, and this other angel is loose, and she's going to get it, and it's amazing, and she's really excited, and she's really bloodthirsty, and it's going to be awesome, but she doesn't know what to do, and she has to remain calm because everybody's watching her, and you know, like that. pretty much like that. It's just a lot. It's one of those things that I think it's like playing pretend, but on crack. Not that I condone crack. I don't at all. Hang on, I'm gonna go back here. I see you. You're not wearing a shirt. That's hot. You have wings. Cool.
Something related. You were mentioning Speed Grapher earlier. I would be wondering, would you be honored to sign my Speed Grapher wings? Sweet Tango, as you can see, they were signed by other voice actors from Speed Grapher as well, too. I kid you not, I've been doing this since 2003. Other people at Emily Boston know me as well. I bumped into Chris Harris twice already, and we took photos. Would you sign my wings?
I would love to sign your wings. And I'll give you an autograph, too. Ah! Ding! I have 15 minutes left, kittens. Thank you, Janae. This is Janae, everybody. I want you to see Janae. Wait. She is the cutest girl ever. Isn't she adorable? She's like I'm her #1 fan. I met her at IckyCon in 2009. And like everyone at the Funimation Studios talks about her because she's so sweet and so supportive on Facebook. It's true. We love her. She's adorable. I'm sorry, I don't mean to embarrass you. But she's adorable. I got to have lunch with her today, and I was like, I'm taking you out to lunch. She's like, no, I'm taking you out to lunch. I was like, listen, I have to take you out to lunch because I have to brag about it at the Funimation Studios later. You're going to lunch! Okay. Awesome. I love you, Dan. Okay. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Anybody? And there's still going to be a dance break.
Alright. What was the funniest role in your opinion that you've done?
The funniest role in my opinion that I've done is probably Matsu. Thank you. You're so sweet. Matsu from Negama. It was the edamame bean. No, I take it back. Can I take it back? Okay. Probably Akira from School Rumble. She's hilarious. She has like, Akira's really deadpan and she doesn't really care about anything or anything anybody else says because she's much smarter than everybody else, and that's fine with her. And she has a secret life of being a spy, and most of the time she just has random thoughts, and people can listen or not, and it doesn't matter. I like her a lot. I like her a lot! Okay. Question? I'm coming back. What was your favorite part about Longfong? My favorite part about Longfong was her humanity. My favorite part about her was that she lost herself for a cause, and that she gave up who she was for the greater good, which is something that, like, you know, like with the tragedy in Japan right now, right? Like, so many people have come together to help and to do something for people that they'll never meet and they'll never see. And she did that, and I think that's pretty awesome. What's up? Have a seat. Kick it. We're gonna have a dance break. No. Question? Yeah.
You mentioned that you did Fullmetal Alchemist about 3 years ago. Is that usually the normal time span that you do something before it's released?
I should also say that I have a really bad reference of time. I had lunch with Janae, maybe.
Dance break coming up, correct?
Yeah, you're dancing with me. That's why I brought you up here. Well, it depends on what you want to dance to.
Oh, I don't know. What did you want to dance to?
I mean,
Should we do like a Katamari Damacy? And then I'll and then I'll roll you guys up in a big ball and blast you up into space. I think that somebody's got like a serious OCD issue who made up that game. Like, I want to blast all of the dirt into space. All the dirt. That's like the OCD clean person's fantasy. Like to blast all the dirt into space. You know, it's gotta be.
How long does it take you to clean your house?
I don't clean my house.
Oh.
I'm not married and I don't live with anybody, so I kind of do whatever I want. Awesome, by the way. I was married. You know, not. I don't recommend it. You know.
I'm just gonna take that one now, yeah, probably. I'm just gonna say, like, if you don't clean your house, and you don't have a girlfriend, and you're not married, maybe there's a connection?
Well, they never come over to my apartment until, you know, it's serious, and then I just clean it up for that day.
That's probably right.
Go ahead.
No, your house should always be ready.
That has a lot of deeper meanings for me. I'm ready in other ways, you know.
Well, you should be ready but your house should always be ready.
I live in Jersey, you know, people are used to being dirty, you know.
That's what she said.
I usually just, I take them on the town of Manhattan, you know. They can think I'm clean.
And take them like a dirty cheap motel.
In my defense, I'm really good at, like, when I was married, I believe the lowest common denominator in a relationship for cleanliness should be whoever the cleanest person is. So I'm pretty good at adapting to whoever I'm, married to.
How many times have you been married?
Twice. I'm 42. I haven't had time to get married twice.
You are not 42. Shut your face.
I'm 42. I'll be 43 in November. Yes, I am.
You look pretty good so far, man. What are you doing later?
I'm going to do this panel, and then I'm going to...
Me?
I normally would, but, I'm trying to be respectful of your relationship.
Solid. Okay. Oh no, the can of worms is fine. Questions.
Oh, any questions for her? Because it's not my panel yet. I won't answer any questions for 6 minutes.
Why not?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you should pick a song. You should pick a song for the dance break.
What about,
What? You have to just surprise them.
what am I supposed to say?
Google that. Oh no, wait, I have an iPhone. Magic computer machines that will pull all information out of the ether. Ether, gravity, it's all the same. So, do you have a magic computer machine?
Oh, yeah, I do, but mine's an Android-based phone. Steve Jobs does not get to tell me what phone service I go to, even though I'm a Mac user and love Macs, and also, he doesn't get to tell me what frickin' keyboard I'm going to get used to. I'm still not used to my Android keyboard, and I typically prefer a physical keyboard, and I used to have a Palm Pre, which is awesome, but it broke 3 times, so I got rid of it.
I like how you hold the microphone.
Sorry, I hogged it.
No, I love it, because it's like a rock star. Jamie used to make fun of me. Do you know Jamie Markey?
I have not met her, no.
The Witchblade.
I've not met her. I live in New York. I don't work at Funimation unless I'm doing Dragon Ball, and it's only like once a month. So I'm only working at Funimation once a month because I'm doing Dragon Ball, but I've never met Jamie, no. I'm sure apparently she's a very lovely person.
She's amazing.
This is turning into a 360.
We're good! Okay, so you should pick a song and plug it into this little thing.
Oh, from your work?
No, you can pick it out of your fancy Android thing because...
Do you guys want to hear one of my parodies?
Yeah, as long as we can dance to it. It's going to be a dance break.
Well, my parodies aren't dancing. Let me see if I got... Oh, I got a great dance track in here.
This is awesome.
Hang on, I got a great dance track.
Is it yours?
No, it's not mine. My parodies aren't really danceable. If you want to hear me, just go to myspace.com/Sean Schimmel. They are NC-17. I don't care. I just tell you that so parents won't give me a hard time.
I feel like I should have a plug too. My name's Trina Nishimura, and you can go to look at my work because it's on .com.
Volume down for now until I find it. I'm gonna.
Yeah, turn the
Oh, you're gonna love this.
This is really exciting. Does anyone have I have one more time for one more question before we have the dance break.
This is a song Sabbath gave me.
Oh no, I don't want to hear any song Sabbath gave you. We had a bad breakup. Who has a question? Last question. He hasn't asked one yet, Pumpkin.
What about your role in the new Evangelion series?
Evangelion?
For Mari.
What about?
What about your new involvement in it?
What was my involvement?
You guys ready? What'd you...
I mean, I just brought the awesome. But outside of that, I mean...
What brought you into this?
Okay, well, the Evangelion series for 2.22 is the second movie. It has very little to do with the series in general. However, out of the first movie, there was only one new character, technically. Well, Tiffany Graham's character.